Yeah. We back at it a motherfucking again, niggas. Loyalty. My latest book. I know what the fuck time it is. Let's get to it. Alright, episode 10. Loyalty. Let's talk about it. Earlier today, I was having a conversation with my old head. That's my old head. Meaning my OLE, not my OLD. Can't be disrespecting these niggas out here to pop in your ass, you feel me? Check it out though. We was talking earlier about fashion in general, and just like generation gaps for the most part. Like our parents, when we look back on how we looked at them when we were in our like 20s and teens and things of that nature, it was such a gap in between how we looked at the relatability. If you understand where I'm coming from, as far as like on common things in life, on fashion, on just the times, music, everything. That gap was so wide, and nowadays it's been extremely narrowed, I guess you can say. You know what I mean? Because now the niggas that's like in their 40s and they shit, even their 50s and all that, they getting all the baddest bitches. I ain't gonna hold you. They look like they in better shape than the motherfuckers in their 20s and 30s. They the shit is just fucking ridiculous, bro. And on top of that, they actually found a common ground a little more when it comes to the younger generation. And that right there is that's hip hop. You feel me? Being that my old heads generation on down to my generation and everything after that, being that we had hip hop, it was a little easier because being that hip hop drives so much of society to this day, certain stuff that we do or we did then in our teens and 20s, naturally they still do in their teens and 20s for the most part. You feel where I'm coming from? So it's a lot more easier to be familiar with certain things that's going on, have conversations, this, that, and the third. With that being said, compared to how we looked at our parents, that gap was so far in between. So far in between. And it's just a lot different now, even down to the females. They say back in the days when and I'm sure it's still like that to this day, when the younger girls might even get at the older niggas. They call them older niggas sugar daddies and shit. Now the older niggas getting the bitches, and then that's just even if they even accept them, if they want them or anything. But more or less they getting them without trying in any kind of way, and they ain't tricking. You feel me? So the sugar daddy shit out the way. It's more or less, it's not even about age. It's about who you are as a character. Meaning, if you was that nigga in your teens and 20s, there's a chance that you could be that nigga in your 40s or 50s and so on and so forth. You feel where I'm coming from? And if your fashion sense was on point back then, your fashion sense could stay the same for the most part. So it doesn't really change like that. It can if you let it, but it's all on you as an individual. If you allow times to pass you by and don't want to adapt, yeah, you look like a fucking fossil. But for the most part, what we're speaking on is how us and people that we know in general in our generations and things of that nature, it adapted so fucking well and so much more comfortably that it's noticeable for the most part. Even down to I remember Pusha was making a comment about rappers and shit of his generation, basically saying that now they can actually tour, whether they're in their 40s, whatever, whether they've been out like 12 years, 14 years, whatever have you, and really get money still compared to the Big Daddy Kane's and them. I'm not saying Kane and all them ain't getting money, because I know they're getting money, but it's a larger audience for the most part compared to how it was before, when the songs weren't so much on the radio anymore. So it seemed like I said before, and Pusha is younger than my old head, but older than me. So, like I said before, from my old head's generation on down, and my old head admitted something which made a lot of sense too. He said that, yeah, people like him and people that I may know that's in the circle or in that crew, or even down to people that I know, like my man Vinny, from Buffalo, VR1 Promotions, from Atlanta, that stay doing this goddamn thing in Charlotte as well, as far as with the parties and all that. Older nigga, fly ass nigga, fly whips, all that good shit. Get the bitches. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's not an age thing, it's who you are as a person. At the end of the day, it's all about your style and your charisma as a person. They ain't got shit to do with age at the end of the day. If anything, your shit just go get better with time. You know what I mean? Because you got a little more knowledge of fashion and of, what's what. So With that being said, like I said before, Pusha was mentioning how the it's so much easier for him to go on the road and get a crazy audience compared to some other people that came before him that may not have that same situation, that same platform to be able to do that one, you know. Um, and they right, and I say all of this because at the end of the day, it's gonna still keep going back down to hip hop in the streets. Hip hop in the streets, because you gotta remember the streets is what the fuck influenced hip hop in the first place. Back in the days, the rappers wanted to be like the dope boys, and it's crazy because it's somewhat still like that now. It's just that now the rappers sometimes are the dope boys, or sometimes are super close to the dope boys. They got a chance to witness the shit. You feel me? So one way or another, it's still gonna be in that mix of that. But one way or another, it's still right there. Y'all see where I'm coming from? It's still in that lane of urban music, urban environment, urban culture. That's what that's the root of all of this shit. That's what keeps the youth actually around the older people. That's what keeps the older people actually ducking their head back into the room to see what's popping new. You know, all of this shit right here is hip hop. You know, they say, I'm sure Big would admit it. Whoever would have thought that hip hop would take it this far? Real G shit. And it's crazy as hell because I never noticed it before. And I was telling my old head before earlier today, I'm like, damn, I find myself reflecting a lot more compared to before. I found myself reflecting on a lot of shit more. And at times, this shit even bring a nigga to tears, my nigga. I ain't even gonna hold you. Whether it's me just realizing that I'm still here and trying to figure out how the fuck am I still here, how the fuck I made it out of certain shit. Or whether it's just lost friends, lost loved ones. I don't know. I can't explain it. You know what I mean? It hit people at different times, but just the whole aspect of reflection on your life and overall, and those that are here and those that aren't here anymore, that should have break a nigga down. I always said that when it came down to all the shit that I did in the past, whether I hurt people, whatever the fuck it was, I didn't want to think about it right now. I didn't even want to dwell on it right now. I wanted to wait till I got super old so I could let it all out at one time. Because I don't want to carry those burdens and those thoughts on a day-to-day basis. You feel me? I know what I did already. You feel me? It's bugged out, y'all. I swear it is. Because I never really would have fathomed that fucking music would do this. Music, a culture of music made by us. That's what did it. I gotta say that that's what did it for real. That's what has our generation so much closer to the youth today. Hip hop. That's some dope shit, yo. That's some dope shit. For real. But yeah, like I said, me and my old head, I always reach out to him time to time. And this time he had called me, it just so happens, but I reach out to him time to time just to get it off sometimes. Now I mean, he told me, if ever I wanted to talk, if I ever need somebody to talk to, always call him. So, you know, nigga, y'all see, I'm a speaker. Now I mean, I'm a talker, goddammit. So I damn sure will use that phone number for that. Now I mean, straight up, for real. It's crazy as hell. He just say when they came and got me when I got to that shootout out players and all, you know. When I got to the shootout, Juan couldn't get to me at the time. So my old head, he came and got me. And it was funny as shit because I told him what the situation was and all. And we riding down the street and all that. Like I told you, my old head is a serious dude. And we riding down the street. And I'm telling him what happened, how my cousin kind of like was either laxy daisy or however shit played out. And nigga just looked at me. He was driving. He was like, yo, you need to, your cousin. That shit hit me like a ton of bricks. Because he got right to the point, like, yo, my cousin wouldn't even play with me like that. Because he know I. You feel me? And that's what I knew for a fact. Like, this is a serious motherfucker I'm dealing with. Straight up. Because he was so fucking serious. You know what I mean? But all in all, yeah, man. It's the type of time when niggas was on. That's my big bro. That's my old head. You dig? So, one way or another, um, he got me by like about 6 or 7 years. You know what I mean? So you need people like that around. You know what I mean? You need people to give you advice at times. You need people that you can turn to. You know what I mean? For real, for real. So I'm grateful for having that nigga around in my life, you know what I mean? As well as my big bro, Juan. You know what I mean? So shout out to my big bro, Grimey. You know what I mean? Love you, my nigga. Like, straight up. For real. Yeah, we out here, yo. The cigarettes will get longer and it's gonna get much better. The stores will get crazier. We just having fun with it. Like like the homie Unique Mecca Audio say. Shout out to the homie too. He gotta let me ride for a minute. He gotta let me ride for a minute. Straight up. Shout out to the big bro. You know what I mean? But yo, straight up loyalty. We out this motherfucker. We going hard. We pushing it hard in 2024. That's what it's all about. It's all about coming the fuck up. For real, for real. I can't wait to get to Licks Chapter 1. I can't wait to get to Licks Chapter 2. Right now, it's all about this right here. So get your books ASAP. You dig? Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all streaming platforms, all outlets. You dig? They got you. I got you. Scream at me. Southside.